Cheers to you bosses out there, by the way. Once again, cheers to you bosses. The bosses of Hoffcast. That's what you're gonna be. That's gonna be my my I don't want to say fan base, but my viewer base. You're gonna be called the bosses of Hoffcast. Absolutely. A little bit of Alec Baldwin news, because this guy's such a fucking crazy leftist weirdo, and none of his story is making any kind of sense. I want to shout out H.A. Goodman, because he brings a lot. I do it all the time when I talk about Alec Baldwin. H.A. Goodman. Check out his channel. He'll give you all the lowdown on this guy. I'll be a little bit more straight up about it, but if you want all the details, like deep diving on this stuff, maybe not everyone's interested in it, but I think this is bigger than we think it is, because none of this makes sense. I don't even know if any of this is real. I think it's a big acting job. I don't even know if there was a real movie that was going to be called Rust. I don't know if there was a script. I don't know if any of these people died. I don't know. It's also weird because Alec Baldwin won't stop shutting his mouth or doing weird things. It makes it all very weird, because you think if you killed someone, you'd have a little bit of remorse over it or something. Maybe if you're not a sociopath like this guy, Alec Baldwin, but I don't know. Hollywood people, I don't trust them. I don't think they're being real to us or anything. But this article says Alec Baldwin finally turns over his phone while Hilaria Baldwin uses her phone to post his weird drawings. Hilaria, that's the best name ever. By the way, she's like not an immigrant, even though they tried to say she was for a long time because they're lefties. I mean, far lefties. I don't mean just regular lefties. Not all lefties are bad. Let's be honest. Some of them got some good ideas, but these ones in Hollywood are absolutely insane. Authorities in Santa Fe, New Mexico are still trying to figure out what happened on the set of Rust back in October that left director of photography Helena Hutchins dead and actor Joel Souza injured. Where's that guy been? Where's that director been? What's his take on it? Has he even said a damn word about any of this? I haven't heard anything from him. That's weird. It's kind of weird that a guy who got shot, like, okay, so what happened? Allegedly, Alec Baldwin was trying to do a scene for a movie, and the director of cinematography, Helena Hutchins, was telling him to put this gun close to the camera and to pull the hammer back, and when he did, he let go, and it fired off in her, and he was like less than 2 feet from her, allegedly, and they went through her and killed her, but also somehow hit the shoulder of the director behind her. Somehow it went through her abdomen, but hit the, I don't know how ricocheting works, especially through human bodies. I don't know the science of that, but it seems very unlikely that that is the case when it comes to something like this. None of the story makes sense. None of the story makes sense. Says Alec was holding the weapon at the time as discharged, and investigators want to see Alec's text messages, emails, and web search history. Well, he had a long enough time. He refused to turn in that he could probably delete a lot of that, but I think they can still probably retrieve a good bit of it. Alec had been keeping his phone to himself. That is, until now. Alec reportedly turned over his phone. Thankfully, he can always use his wife's phone in the meantime. You know, when she's not busy Instagramming Alec's creepy drawings. It wasn't known why Alec took so long to hand over his phone. Frankly, I was shocked the man who wouldn't shut up about the investigation and claimed he felt no guilt or responsibility for the shooting was acting so uncooperatively. Something must have finally gotten to him, his conscience, or perhaps a strongly worded letter from his lawyer. I don't know who his lawyer is, but I would have quit a long time ago as soon as he did that interview. I'd be like, with Stephanopoulos, I'm out, dude. I'm out. To me, this is all a psyop. I think it's all fake. It's a shame if someone actually did pass away from it, and that's the real case. But damn, I don't believe any of this because none of it adds up. It really doesn't. Because Alec's phone is in police custody, his lawyer denies any reports that Alec has been holding up the investigation. So let's get to these weird photos if we can pull them up. Yeah. So there's this photo right here. He did 2 of them. And he said it's like when he met his wife or something. In this time of where someone was killed? why in the hell would you make a picture? By the way, look at his face. Dude, that guy, that's a fucking creep right there, dude. That's a fucking creep. That's a sociopath. Why would you make a picture of someone dying after you killed someone 3 months ago, 4 months ago? Why would you even, you would have to know this is in bad taste, even if it was something that wasn't related, even if you're being honest. By the way, he's got his bitch ass face diaper around his chin. But still, it says, "Oh God, please help me, I'm dying." That's supposed to be him. And this is supposed to be his wife. Do I know you? That's supposed to be when they met or something. Some kind of funny joke about he played like he was dying in order to get his wife to like him. But what? It's bad. It's bad taste, man. Dude, it's like, what the fuck are you? This is not real. This is acting. This is a psyop. If you can't tell. This is all so weird and planned, and the interviews that have been set up with the big cameras, it's all a big show. It's a big ass show. That's what it is. So let's get to this. So this one right here, this article is absolutely insane. Let me get through it, okay? Because I know it's confusing at first. It confused me at first. But then I read what happened, and oh my gosh, dude. Alec Baldwin's like the worst dude who's ever lived, I think. He might be the Antichrist or something. I don't know, dude. He's a terrible, terrible person, all right? Terrible person. Family of Marine killed in Afghanistan sues Alec Baldwin for defamation. So the family of a Marine killed in Afghanistan during the Brandon administration's chaotic troop withdrawal has sued Alec Baldwin for defamation, claiming the actor falsely accused the troop's grieving relatives of being people who did something bad on a date last January. Riley McCollum, 20 of Wyoming, was one of the 13 U.S. servicemen killed in the August 26th bombing outside the Abbey Gate of Hamid Karzai International Airport, where they were processing would-be evacuees to be flown out of Afghanistan following the Taliban takeover. Well, isn't it weird that all of this is tying in together? That this guy who's doing this alleged psyop for gun control, that's what I think anyway, because this guy is such a lefty, and you know who he's against. He does the Trump impressions on Saturday Night Live. This guy's a sociopath. He's a psychopath, and it's so weird, right? It's kind of creepy how this guy just. We got this new article where this family is suing him over this. After his death, Baldwin found one of the Marine sisters, Royce, on Instagram. Now listen, this is where it all ties in. I said it was confusing. Let's tie it in, and I'll explain. After his death, Baldwin found one of the Marine sisters, Royce, on Instagram and sent her a check for $5,000 for his widow, Jenna Creighton, and her newborn, according to the suit filed on Monday in federal court. So at first you're thinking, oh, Alec Baldwin, what a nice guy. Sending money to these troops, $5,000. This guy is awesome. This guy cares about people. Alec Baldwin, he's not a sociopath or a psychopath at all. He felt bad for this, this thing that Brandon really fucked up in Afghanistan. So he's trying to help out the troops that were injured there after Brandon completely fucked it up. And it was one of the worst military moves in United States and America's history. So it says, he sent him $5,000. What a nice guy, Alec. But why is there a lawsuit being filed? That's weird. The actor told Royce the check was a tribute to a fallen soldier. Great guy. Baldwin's such a great guy. But then this month, here's the juice. Baldwin accused Royce of taking part in last year's events in the nation's capital and called her a rebel after she posted a photo on Instagram that she took on that date in January last year and at the Washington Monument. She posted the image on her page on January 1st ahead of the 1-year anniversary. Royce, who attended a demonstration in support of President Donald Trump, was not involved in the riots and was never accused of any crimes during the mayhem, according to news outlets. Claim no one really was. No one was. Nobody was there. Nobody was. Nobody is. They detained some people for dumb reasons, but no one really, no really crimes committed there besides the people who, that rent-a-cop who shot Ashley Babbitt. Neither Creighton nor McCollum's other sister Cheyenne were reportedly at the Capitol that day of the riots. Are you and Baldwin says here, Alec Baldwin, after he finds out about this picture, he sends this woman whose husband died in Afghanistan. He sends her this private message. This is the sickest man who's ever lived. Seriously, this dude, Alec Baldwin, is a fucking psychopath and a sociopath. Let's read this. He says, zoom in and read this. Are you the same woman I sent the money? By the way, I hate this reporting where money is a dollar sign. That's stupid. Let's use the word money. Are you this? Maybe this is okay. I retract my statement. If this is verbatim from the message, that's fine. Maybe this is just verbatim, and that's what Alec Baldwin typed. Instead of money, he put the dollar sign, so he's an idiot. We all knew that. Are you the same one I sent the money for your sister's husband who was killed during the Afghanistan exit? Baldwin reportedly wrote on Royce's Instagram post from his account, according to the complaint. When I sent you the money for your late brother, Baldwin says, out of real respect for his service to this country, I didn't know you were a January rebel. The 30 Rock star reportedly wrote in a private message. And there's the fallen soldier right there. Cheers to you, sir. Cheers to you, sir. Salute to you. Included in the lawsuit were screenshots of the actor's messages, one of which showed Baldwin accusing her of being a January rebel. The sister pushed back at the actor, telling him that protesting is legal in the U.S., which it is. We all remember Antifa and BLM burning down buildings and the entire mainstream media covering for them and saying that it was all peaceful protesting. Well, many small businesses had no leg to stand on after their windows got busted in and all of their products got looted. They never had a leg to stand on because the media wouldn't cover that. No, it was peaceful protesting. You know why? They wanted the mayhem. They wanted they wanted it. They wanted to destroy us, the everyman. They wanted to destroy the small businesses. It's all tying together. So, Baldwin wrote back, your activities resulted in the unlawful destruction of government property, the death of a law enforcement officer, and assault on the certification of the election. I reposted your photo. Good luck. What a fucking asshole, dude. What a fucking dick. This is just a lady who lost her husband to Afghanistan, and because she posted a picture of her at the Capitol, this guy says, hey, I'm going to fucking defame you on Instagram because I don't agree with your opinions, even though you did nothing wrong. Alec Baldwin is a piece of shit. Burn in hell, Alec Baldwin. And all this high horsing here, all this fucking high horsing here, your activities resulted in the unlawful destruction of government property, the death of a law enforcement officer. But that's not true. They died after the fact, way after the fact. The only person who died there was Ashley Babbitt, who got shot by a law enforcement officer who was a rent-a-cop, and assault on the certification of the election. That's where it really boils down to right there. That right there, bud. You see that? This guy is so... The election, dude, this guy is either so owned or so blackmailed or so maybe all of these things that I'm saying. Blackmailed, owned, sadistic, sociopath, psychopath, you name it. This guy is the worst person on the fucking planet, Alec Baldwin. It might not seem like a big deal, but this guy has more influence than you fucking understand when you go through all this stuff. So this shithead, Alec Baldwin, reposts on his Instagram account, which has 2.4 million followers, and mentioned that lady's involvement there. Royce was soon hit with hostile, aggressive, and hateful messages from all of Alec shithead Baldwin's followers, including one that said, Get hard and die, you worthless C word. Your brother got what he deserved. Holy shit, dude. These people are just evil, wicked, evil, satanic, just driven by the devil. They got no sense of right and wrong. They're just NPCs. They're sheep, and not even like sheep aren't even evil, dude. I hate to call these people sheep because sheep aren't evil. These people are fucking satanic, dude. They're driven by the devil. They have no sense of what is pure in this world, and they'll just hate. But they say there's no tolerance. You don't tolerate anyone. No tolerance here, you bigot. And yet all these people are going out there sending hateful messages. This is, I don't know. I have very strong opinions. I have very, very strong opinions, but I try to spread love honestly and understanding. And I'm not perfect, that's for sure. But I don't go on social media. In fact, I do have social media. Not trying to plug because I don't use them. I have Twitter and Instagram. If you want to follow me on there, talk to me on there, go ahead. I check them sometimes. My email is the best way to get a hold of me. But I'm never going to get on there again and ever attack someone. As Hoff from Hoffcast here was saying earlier, Hoff don't punch down. He don't punch lateral. He punches up because there ain't no reason to get in this fucking drama with these people. We got to take down the people who are creating the drama. And there won't be any. But that's the perfect world we're never going to live in, right? So, back to this. People sent hateful messages to the widow in Cheyenne, according to the lawsuit, comparing them to, of course they did. They got nothing else. They literally, these fucking idiots in the world, dude, these fucking morons, these lefties have nothing else to compare anyone to than this. That's all they got. That's literally it. And they think that affects anyone. It doesn't. You've been falsely calling people this for so long, it has literally no effect on anyone anymore. You tried to step it up with the is, didn't work. Didn't work at all, did it? Tried to step it up. What a shame. These people, I don't know who they are. I don't want to know them. You see them online all the time, these crazy people, the Kool-Aid haired bitches with all the nose rings and tattoos. Nothing wrong with if you want to do that. Just know that you played into the system just like all these people. You know what? Hoff here, Hoff's a single guy. I'm going to put myself out here. Hoff's a single guy. He's a straight white male. He has tastes of any regular human that was considered a regular human 10 to 15 years ago. All that's changed now. I'm looking for a nice Christian gal, maybe not, you don't have to be religious. I'm looking just for a nice gal. No crazy body modifications, maybe a level head. That's it. That's all Hoff's looking for, bro. That's it. I'm not asking for you to dress yourself up with all these ornaments in order to think, I don't know, you're individual or that you look better that way, because in my personal opinion, I'm not into that. But I'm just looking for a nice girl, dude, and it's hard to find. That's like the hardest thing to find nowadays, is just a nice girl, dude. Just a nice clean-cut, good girl. So back to Alec Baldwin. Sorry for that tangent. Some users also called Baldwin to get a refund of the $5,000 he donated to the family. What a fucking dude! Alec Baldwin doesn't need a $5,000 refund. Maybe he will when he's in jail, hopefully, but he doesn't need it. And those are the soldiers right there that were that passed in Afghanistan. Baldwin's conduct, the lawsuit says Baldwin's conduct was negligent and reckless, as he should have known that making the allegations he did against the plaintiffs to his millions of followers would cause the plaintiffs harm. Of course it would. This is a regular lady who lost her fucking husband over Brandon's poor planning. And then Alec Baldwin's like, I'm going to put your picture out there. I'm going to harass you because you don't agree with me politically. I'm going to tear you down, and I'm going to send all of my crazy-ass followers after you. This guy is, like, playing on lower levels than anyone I've seen at this point. Like, I think it's worth noting, too, that his social media following is 5 times the population of your state, the attorney said. Either he knew what would happen and he wanted it to happen, or he just didn't think about it. Well, let's be honest here. He thought about it. He's a sociopath. That's what they do. They plan. The plaintiffs are seeking damages of at least $25 million for alleged defamation, invasion of privacy, negligence, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. I hope they get the $25 million, all of it from Alec Baldwin's fucking slimy ass greasy pocket. And if they don't, I hope they settle for at least a good few mil. I hope so. Baldwin is also facing a lawsuit over the fatal shooting last fall on the set of Rust. Yeah, so this guy is a mess. And the reason I highlight Alec Baldwin so much, you might think, once again, you might think the guy is not really a big deal. Don't pay attention to that. The guy has more influence. He has more. He's literally like a player, I believe, in all of this. Because he was doing, you know, the Trump impressions. He's got this shooting that none of it makes sense. And he's just, none of his, he's all over the media. He's being fake as shit. It's insane.